And let's give people a bit of a primer here. Tell me exactly what is a diatom?
Diatoms are single celled organisms. They're a type of algae, usually called golden algae or golden brown algae. And they create a siliceous skeleton. So the cell wall is made of silica. And most of them sort of range from about maybe 10 micrometers to about 200 micrometers. So they can be a little bit smaller than that, and some of them can be a little bit bigger than that. But that's the sort of general range. So dust sized or silt sized particles. And their valves are made out of two parts. That's where the name diatom comes from. So di means two, atom means parts. So basically, the skeleton has two parts. They fit together a little bit like a hat box or a petri dish or a pokeball, if you'd like.
It's funny because I've been looking at diatoms under the microscope for about a year now, and I actually never even questioned where the name came from. So I appreciate you saying that. And so all diatoms are in two parts. Is that the understanding?
That is a requirement. Yeah.
A requirement. Okay. And actually, a scientist told me that they're not really sure how diatoms move. Is that true?
So only if some diatoms have motility. They have most of those have a sort of a slit on the valve, like through the skeleton, through the cell wall, um, that we know that they use to attach to a substrate. And I know that they can also, some of them can sort of crawl, but it's always the raphe that's associated with the crawling. Now, the actual like physics of it, I don't think they know. I mean, it's not a cilia. It's not like the normal ways that people think of microscopic organisms moving. But like the actual mechanism, I don't know.
Yeah, it's really cool. I really encourage people to get, a microscope. You can even get a $20 cheap microscope, and you can actually look at diatoms. They're beautiful. They're all different shapes. At least here in Canada, here in Ottawa, they're most likely diamond shaped. A lot of them. Whereabouts? So you're in Indiana, and what are the diatoms like over there?
Well, diatoms are sort of their shape is sort of controlled by the somewhat by the environment that they live in. So if you're in relatively deep water, you end up with a lot of diatoms that are planktic are usually sort of round or maybe hemispherical. And the ones that are attached to substrates, they really could come in any kinds of shapes. Probably the ones that people are most commonly see are like the naviculoids, which are kind of canoe shaped or boat shaped.